starting a new business, as we just heard from that young entrepreneur, is definitely hard work. And a recent survey of more than 1,000 adults between the ages of 25 and 60 in the U.S. have found that 60% have a small business, maybe a side hustle, or maybe they're just freelancing on the side. 76% said that they were also working for another company. Senior small business columnist for USA Today and best-selling author Steve Strauss knows all about it, how hard it can be to run a successful small business. Steve, thank you so much for your time today.
Great to be here, Veronica.
Steve, why are there so many Americans out there that are self-employed or maybe running a side hustle? How has the labor force changed?
Yeah, well, you know what? It turns out that this is the greatest time ever to start a business. So to answer your question, that is the reason. Look, it used to be, it was kind of very labor intensive, very expensive to become an entrepreneur and start a business. But these days, especially with the advent of online businesses, it's easier, less expensive, and much faster to be able to do so. So to go online, to create a business, to get your website up, to do some e-commerce or sell your services even online, very inexpensive and very easy to do. And you don't even have to do it full time. So you can start slow, learn what works, figure out your business, even maybe keep your day job, and then you can go into it full time.
Wow, you make it sound so easy. You make it sound so easy, but we know it's really
easier.
Difficult.
How's that?
Okay, easier. We know that it is difficult. It's hard to be an entrepreneur, right? So tell us what the biggest challenges are, because I'm sure people at home are going, oh my goodness, it's so easy. I can launch my website. I can jump online. I can, get into e-commerce, and there are many, many opportunities out there, but you have to be motivated. You have to have the time, and you have to have the patience, and you have to have the passion.
Absolutely. Look, not everybody is an entrepreneur. Not everybody is cut out to own or run or start a small business. Some people are athletes, and some people are actors, and some people work well with others or work by as an employee, and some people like to work for themselves. And those are probably the entrepreneurs. So are there challenges? You bet. There's a lot of competition, and there are a lot of things to learn. So, entrepreneurs get all sorts of advice. You have to, pick and choose what you get. And then learn as you go. But the good news is there is a lot of help out there as well. So it makes it easier than before, for sure.
And what kind of help are you talking about? Let's go ahead and expand on that for a bit, because I know lots of people are watching this and they're thinking, I want in, but I want to know what resources are available to me.
Right. Well, for example, you could go to Score.org is this great organization that gives confidential, free online business counseling at their website, Score.org, or the Small Business Administration, the SBA. Boy, they'll give you loans and things like that. And also, there's all sorts of tools available that really were never available before. I can give you an example. I do some work with a company called Pinger, and they have an app called Index. And with this app, it's just an app on your phone. If you have a little business and someone calls you, instead of getting your voicemail, you can send them a text in return. So all of a sudden, you're having a text exchange, and you can get them to review your business online via the app, or pay you via the app. But Index is just one of these kind of tools, one of these apps. There's really a lot. Big businesses spend a lot of money creating great tools for small business. So what we have to do is go out, look for the ones that fit the kind of business we want to start or have started, learn them, use them, and it's going to make our business life much easier, more fun, and hopefully more profitable.
Yeah, absolutely. The difficult part of all of this also is when you start to get bigger and you scale. We've often heard that keeping employees might be really difficult, especially as salaries increase. That inflation is higher than it ever has been, or so they say. I don't necessarily believe that it's the highest we've ever seen it, but things are more expensive. So I want to go ahead and play you this clip from Danny Isaacson, the CEO and founder of a community engagement company. Take a listen to this.
Okay. Yeah.
I think about someone who talked to us about how she was earning $14 an hour and she didn't take a $21 an hour job because she was going to lose childcare. But you can imagine if there was an employer who was offering her $17 an hour and good childcare, she's going to take it in a heartbeat.
What do you have to say about something like that in terms of deciding where you want to spend your time, where your passions will take you? What does that tell you about the workforce today?
So I think he's really onto something. I saw a survey not long ago, and it looked at the top franchises in the state of California, in that giant state. And why was one franchise better than the other? Why was one store better than the other? Was it the owner had better advertising or marketing or a better location? No. It turned out that the best ones, meaning the ones that had the highest profit and the happiest employees, customer service, all those kind of things, the owner was a great manager. They were great bosses. Because turns out, if you treat your people well, they're happy. And if you have happy employees and you include them and you pay them fair and you give them benefits, well, they're going to treat your customers right. And if your customers get treated right, well, they're going to come back. So it starts with the owner being a great boss. If you do that, then it's going to trickle down and the whole cycle is going to really work well for you. So I think that's exactly how it's supposed to work.
Yeah, employee retention is key. Be a great boss. Sounds
Absolutely.
so easy. USA Today columnist and small business expert Steve Strauss, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.